Howdy, folks. It's Monday night in the dead of winter. I'm having a little cheesecake. It's just about 9:30. I mean, I would often, normally even, be preparing myself for bed rest at this hour. But I'm having some cheesecake and I'm sitting looking at the window at the Gallery Tower and just meditating upon things. And for those of you who don't know, I was born in the year 1979. And my favorite fact about this year, which is sort of I've gathered this over time, is other 1979 babies who are drug addict renegade artists and charming communards for the ages. Other 1979 babies include Robin, the Swedish pop star, Natasha Lyonne, uh, uh, Pete Doherty from the Libertines, and Giuseppe Andrews, who I'm a big fan of. He's made a number of films, epics, in the trailer park. Or at least he did. He may have moved on to other things. Anyway, so that's when I was born. Which means also, of course, that I turned 20 years old right at the end of 1999. So my teenage experience is the quintessential 90s experience. Aside from the fact that I'm neurodivergent and off on my own all the time. No methodology. Ow! Um, I wanted to talk about three particular motion pictures from the 1990s that I really do think truly captured the spirit of that time and what it was like, what the people were like, how they dressed and interacted, even. And the first one I want to point out, because it's interesting to me, especially, is Nowhere by Gregg Araki, which, when I was at first year university, was a very popular film amongst people who used drugs recreationally. And a lot of us liked it a lot. And it's a very druggy movie with some transcendental sci-fi action. But it does capture that raver generation, the colors, the rave gear, and the sensibilities. Uh, and then another one is Go by Doug Liman. This film is unbelievably underrated. I think it's like basically four stories with different characters who all interrelate, one of those types of narratives, although it's quite sort of fundamentally logical in a way that unfortunately Robert Altman's Shortcuts just doesn't make any sense at all. They're all living in some sort of quantum warp. But in this one, you got a bunch of different stories. One goes to Las Vegas. There's guns, three ways, raves, party drugs being sold and dispensed, and cops. I mean, undercover cops and stuff. And also, like what was the guy who's trying to sell some sort of version of Amway? Yeah, it was good shit. And then the last one I wanted to mention was one of my favorite movies ever. Somebody wrote a book about the films of 1999 and said that it was the best year ever in cinema. Others have said the same thing about 1939, hilariously. But the best film of 1999, made by Americans, even though some of it's in Mexico, where it ought to be, is Freeway 2: Confessions of a Trick Baby by Matthew Bright. I think this is a divine film. Down past the border into Mexico, Vincent Gallo is in drag and doing weird shit. And David Alan Grier? Oh my God, plays a lawyer. It's unbelievable. And then Tasha Leon. So I want to point this out. A girl who just about train wrecked her whole life because of drugs. I mean, really badly fucked herself up. Was there 18, 19 years old, producing, like co-producing and starring in Freeway 2: Confessions of a Trick Baby, not yet 20 years old. 1990s represent. I ain't got much else to say on that matter. I'm going to eat my cheesecake.